Today we're in the beautiful Oak Knoll region of the Napa Valley to talk about vineyard development. This provides a unique opportunity for growers to take what they've learned from the past and implement new strategies in the future. There are a few basic steps that we're going to want to take to make sure that we are best prepared for our vineyard development. The first thing is going to be soil samples to understand what we have to work with. The second will be plant material and rootstock compatibility. The third will be the trellis and understanding what type of infrastructure we're going to need. The first step is to take soil samples. This will give us the information we need to determine what amendments might be spread when we're doing the ground preparation. It'll also allow us to understand the compatibility that we have with different rootstocks. The three most commonly used amendments in any vineyard development are compost, gypsum, and lime. Compost is a great way to build the organic matter in that soil to support healthy cover crops, as well as retain water for the vines throughout the season. Gypsum allows for better drainage and soil tilth. Lime is used in a situation where the pH of the soil might be a little too low and you need to raise that pH up a bit. There are two types of lime that are commonly used. One has magnesium in it and one does not. This is why the soil samples are so important to let us know which one we might want to use. After we've analyzed our soil samples, we can decide which rootstock is compatible with that type. It's important to get in touch with your nursery well ahead of time, sometimes even more than a year in advance of planting. Different rootstocks have different rooting depths, as well as different acclimation in terms of general chemistry of those soils. The first type of vine that's typically ordered from a nursery is a dormant bench graft. These are great because you can put them in the ground early in the season, at the same time as when the soil is warming up. They're grafted at the lower part of the vine with the rootstock and the scion material. The scion material is the cultivar, in this case Cabernet Sauvignon. The second common type of plant that's ordered from a nursery is a potted green grower. These come later in the season and are already growing, so they need to have adequate water at the time of planting. There are a few important things to consider when you're designing a new trellis system for your vineyard. First is going to be the row orientation. This is a great tool for providing protection during the hottest part of the day. In Napa, with Cabernet Sauvignon, we're typically looking at about 25 degrees to 40 degrees off north. That allows those vines to protect the fruit during the hottest part of the day. The way that we can do that is by installing cross arms. These cross arms allow the shoots to grow and spread during the season and develop nice healthy canopy that can also provide shade to that fruit. If there are plans for mechanization, it's important to consider the width of the cross arm and the type of stake that'll be used. Different sized cross arms are going to take more space in the tractor row. So we can use that to adjust our plant spacing as well as whatever type of rootstock we're using and the compatibility with the soil. Some vines are going to be larger and need more space, and you're going to need more room for the tractor, and the cross arms might be a little larger. If you're a little more tight with the plant spacing, you can use smaller cross arms, and that allows you to get in and out and perform the operations as needed. Depending on which rootstock is compatible with the soil, you might want to move those vines farther apart or closer together. If the vineyard site has available water or a pond, we can install overhead sprinklers. Early in the season, these are used for frost protection, and later in the summer months when it's hot, we can use them for heat suppression. Our water system is one of the most important components of the infrastructure. It's important to understand what the water needs are for each of the different rootstocks that we might choose, as well as what the infrastructure and system can support from a pressure standpoint. Understanding our soil and ordering high-quality plant material, along with good trellis design and row orientation, provide us the best opportunity to develop a healthy and resilient vineyard.